This is going to be the part 3 of the sexual assault story. If you haven't seen the part 1 and the part 2, go onto my page and watch them out. Like I told you, I was going to share the experience and stories of what people have gone through, and exactly so, I have another story for you. This is going to amaze you. My name is, let's not talk about, let's keep the name for now. I was going through TikTok and saw the video you made about the young girl who got abused by her mother's husband. I had a similar experience years ago, which I'd like to share. Mine was way back in 2017. It was my sister's husband. You know, my sister was married and she got pregnant. That was her first pregnancy. So she asked my mom to let me come and stay with her so I could be able to help and assist her. I was only 7 years old when I came to live with her. We were staying at Teshi. When I came, everything was all right until my sister's husband started abusing me. And I wasn't comfortable because every night when I sleep, I'll start feeling uncomfortable. And then when I wake up, I'll see him rubbing his penis on my vagina. Sometimes fingers me and rubs my thighs. Sometimes he will come and leave his sperms on me. You know, I used to sleep in the porch because it was a single room and my sister and the husband stayed in the room and I slept in the porch. So every night he would come out with a pretense of coming to pee because the chamber pot was outside, and then he would start doing things to me. I became fed up and he was kind of annoying too. I couldn't do anything about it because my sister was a very strict woman. She won't even give you the chance, and I felt more abused by her. I felt more abused than being raised by my own sister. Anytime I complain, my mother would say, "It's okay, you are a child, you have to do house chores." I was literally like a slave in that house. Honestly, it really affected my mental health. I went through the worst when my sister gave birth because she decided to go and stay with my mom for some time, and it became worse. By then, I didn't have a mobile phone, and usually when my sister calls, the husband will give me the phone to talk to her. And right in front of him, I couldn't say anything. I stayed with my sister from 2007 to 2012, and I could no longer bear it. Anytime I want to talk, my sister will physically abuse me. I don't respect her husband. Why would I have to show that attitude to her husband? It's a whole lot of things. So I decided to run away in 2012. Luckily for me, whilst I was schooling, I was also working. I used to school at Teshi Methodist Primary. And then whenever I closed from work, I used to go to morning school and afternoon. Whenever I close around 4 p.m., there's a woman who sells fried rice. So I used to help her sell the fried rice. And she will pay me my salary, like 2 cedis. So I used to save that money on me. I ran away from my sister. I remember it was in the morning. We all got up, we were ready. She was a teacher at that time, and then it was normal. So she all thought I had gone to school because we all went out. I was able to save some money, so I used that money as transport from Accra to Kumasi. I couldn't continue my journey because my money was not enough to go to my hometown. When I got to Kumasi, I went to a woman. I don't even know her. I just explained my situation, that I just arrived here. I have no one. I have nowhere to sleep. The woman was having a chop bar, so she said I can stay with her. You know, there are some good Samaritans sometimes. She said I can stay with her. I will work for her, and then when I have enough money, I'll go to my hometown. If my family wants me to school, fine. If they want me to work, I can come back and work for her at any time. She will accept me. So I stayed with this woman for almost about 1 month in Kumasi. My family did not know my whereabouts because I did not have a phone. So my mom and sister back home realized that the situation was getting more serious, and they started attacking my sister. My sister did not care about anything. All she said was that I was the one disrespecting her husband. I was the one seducing her husband according to her husband. I was throwing myself on her husband. And my mother was like, how can a 7-year-old girl force herself on you? She was only 7 years when she came to stay with you. Or is it because naturally she's chubby, that's why you are taking advantage of her? But my sister didn't care. So while I was working in Kumasi, you know those 207 buses that used to come from Kumasi to Bolga to Kumasi? I saw one guy who knew me from Bolga. So he was the one that told my family back home that he saw their youngest daughter working in Kumasi with a woman. And the mother said, please grab her and bring her home. She has run away and we've been looking for her. So he agreed the next time he saw me, he was going to ask what happened. So one day he saw me and he asked me what happened. And I told her that I'm working with a woman and trying to gather some money so that I can go back to my hometown. And he said, I have spoken to your parents back home. They said I should bring you since he had his own bus. So the guy came to meet the woman. He spoke to the woman and told him everything. And the woman came, fine. In that case, you are free to go. But whenever you go and you want to come back to work, why not? It was around December 2012 when I went back home to the Upper East. And up till now, my sister does not feel any remorse. She thinks I am the one who seduced her husband. I don't even talk to her anymore. I mean, we're still family, all right, but I don't talk to her. My sister is still with her husband in her marriage. She said she cannot leave her husband because it was me who tried to seduce her husband. I was abused for nothing, only to be left with mental trauma. Nobody believes me, and nobody knew what I have gone through. Right now, I'm just trying to move on with my life. But sometimes it's just so painful to forget about what happened in the past. See, you need to forget about your past. That's the only way you can embrace your future. I'm sorry for what you have been through, but please move on. My name is Nartey, and this is story time on sexual assault.